Hello and welcome to a special segment about the Innovative Programs of Choice in DeSoto ISD, your neighborhood district here to serve you. Let's meet our panelists for today. If you'll give me your name and title, please.
I'm Angela Batiste, Coordinator for Collegiate Academies.
I'm Jennifer Cowan, the International Baccalaureate Coordinator.
I'm Paula Hagan, the PBL Coordinator.
I'm Joanne Rucker, the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction in High Schools.
And I'm Debbie Garner, Executive Director for Magnet and Innovative Programs, Guidance and Counseling for the district.
Wonderful. Well, thanks to each of you for joining us today for this special overview. DeSoto ISD has had a plethora of curriculum-based programs over the past 3 years, targeting everything from early childhood education to associate's degrees and everything in between. Let's start with Dr. Rucker for an overview of the district's philosophy on developing programs of choice.
Definitely. About 3 years ago, the district embraced a new philosophy in regards to programs and our students. We wanted to re-engage students who had left the district, who felt that they had needed to go somewhere else to actually find something that they were passionate about. So at that particular time, we decided that we were going to offer magnet programs that would definitely fulfill the interest of all of our students, and as well as increase our enrollment overall.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for that. Let's get into some of the program details, starting with the first one to roll out, the Collegiate Magnet Program, and then Early College High School. Ms. Batiste now heads both associate degree programs. Tell us how the programs work, how many students are involved, and how well each program is working.
Each program works in a fashion where they're both expected to get an associate's degree along with a high school diploma. The early college program is a program that is a state mandate. We are bound by the state with certain benchmarks to follow. With Collegiate Magnet Program, it is a DeSoto ISD initiative, and we work that program in very similar way with expanded dual credit courses. As far as the enrollment, each year we target 100 students for the Collegiate Magnet Program. The Early College High School program, we target 125 students each year, annually. We do our application process on an annual basis. We bring in students each year for fall enrollment, but we do the application process.
Savings when we look at a family gaining 60 credit hours for a student.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. With both programs, with the students taking at least 60 college credit hours, that's a savings of 2 years of college coursework. So in the end, it is quite a savings for any institution or that they want to go to.
Okay. How many students are expected to graduate? This is the first graduating cohort of Collegiate Magnet, correct?
This is our first cohort to graduate, and these students we all are quite proud of that they did it in 3 years.
Okay.
These students that are graduating, we will graduate 12 students with complete associate's degrees, and they did it in 3 years.
That's fantastic. So you talked a little bit about the application process. What is the deadline for this year?
The deadline for this year is February 5th.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for that information. Let's go to the newest program now, the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, which is at DeSoto High School. And my understanding is this is the final stage of what's called a candidacy stage. So what exactly is IB?
The International Baccalaureate Program, the diploma program, is an advanced academic program that's known all over the world. There are thousands of authorized IB schools in different countries all over the world. And it is what I call it an international standard of education. And our students are going to benefit from that international standard of education here at DeSoto High School.
Fantastic. So the first cohort starts this fall.
Yes.
How many students can participate, and what is the eligibility for students? I mean, is it open for everybody? And talk a little bit about your selection process and your deadline as well.
Okay, our deadline is the same. We're under the same umbrella as advanced academics, along with the Collegiate Magnet Program and early college. So February 5th is our deadline. Our students have to meet the criteria of our admissions policy. Our admissions policy can be found on the DeSoto ISD website. It's a very simple admissions policy in that the students have to have passed their EOC exams that were taken during the 9th and 10th grade. They have to have no major attendance issues, no major disciplinary issues.
Right.
They have to submit they have to submit a paper, an essay, personal essay about themselves. And
how many students will you take this first year? And I understand if it's 9th and 10th grade results, it's really just for 11th and 12th?
right, the program starts during their 11th grade year, so we're looking at current 10th graders.
Awesome.
We will take approximately 100 students.
Okay.
And again, the application is out there for everyone to apply.
It sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Is this the only IB program in the district?
It is not the only program, it's the only diploma program because we only have one high school. However, we do have a program for the middle years. The middle years program is going to be at West Middle School, and the primary years program will be at Cockrell Hill Elementary. And both of those all three are in candidacy phase right now. However, we anticipate receiving our authorization in January for the diploma program at the high school.
All right, so the three programs will be vertically aligned, but do students have to stay in through the whole 12-year cycle?
Well, we hope that they would stay in the 12-year cycle. However, this is a district of choice, so they do have many options available to them. However, we hope that they will maintain in the International Baccalaureate Program.
That's amazing. Thank you very much. Let's turn to a group of programs, the tSTEAM education. Ms. Hagan, tell us a little bit about tSTEAM and the programs that are in place in DeSoto ISD.
Well, I'm so proud of our tSTEM programs in DeSoto ISD. This is our second year with our tSTEM designation, and basically what that means is that TEA, the Texas Education Association, has given their stamp of approval for the STEM programs that we're offering here in the district. So we have our own pipeline that we hope students will continue to follow in, starting at preschool at the Amber Terrace Discovery and Design Early Childhood Academy. The students experience STEM there as part of their co-curricular, and then we actually have 2 campuses currently at the elementary level that are providing STEM. And I should define what STEM is for those who maybe don't know. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And so all of the focus is on those levels of education. So at the elementary level, we have Ruby Young. They have the Medical and Environmental Sciences Magnet Academy, as well as at the Meadows Elementary, they have the iSTEAM there as well. Then at the middle school, we have the 3 middle school campuses, and each middle school has iSTEAM 3D. And that's also a Magnet Academy where students can qualify through a lottery, so all students are eligible. And our lottery process will be happening this February. And finally, at the high school level, we also have STEM at the high school. We call it STEM 2.0 because that's where the students are really engaged in establishing their STEM careers for the future.
Right, okay. So you talked a little bit about the lottery process.
Yes.
There's a middle school that fits in this too, as far as a magnet piece of it goes. Talk a little bit about the new medical
Oh, yes.
magnet.
We also, this year is our first year for the medical magnet at East Middle School. So we have the medical magnet, which is part of STEM as well as the iSTEAM 3D at the 3 campuses.
All right. Now, we've heard a little bit in the community about PBL, their problem-based or project-based learning. Both of them fit into STEM programs as well as across the district, but tell us a little bit about what PBL is.
Sure. Basically, the students are having real hands-on experiences. They're experiencing projects or they're solving the world's problems in authentic ways, but we expect those students to work collaboratively. They're working together to solve these problems and create these projects. And right now at McCowan Middle School, the students finished working Ferris wheels, and they're presenting on that right now. Tomorrow I'm going to Ruby Young. I'm going to go see a 2nd grade class where they did a recycling project with plastic bags. So there are so many awesome projects, and it draws the kids in and helps them really love learning.
Sounds like some real-life applications for
Yes,
students
absolutely.
to really relate to their world. That sounds like a recipe for success, too, in developing our future engineers and scientists. Let's go back to Dr. Rucker and Ms. Garner a little bit about the additional elementary and middle school programs. We do have some magnet academies at every school now. The Cockrell Hill Linguistics, Northside Business and Law, we have a Woodridge Fine Arts, a McCowan Fine Arts, and a West Male Leadership Program that all kind of fit together, but is there a pathway for fine arts now?
Yes, there actually is. There's a pathway really for all of our magnet and innovative programs that we have in the district. fine arts, they can attend Woodridge Elementary. The application for our elementary and our middle school programs will open up at the end of January, so more information is to come about that. And then once they attend Woodridge, then they would flow into McCowan Middle School, which is our fine arts magnet program. And then from there, they will matriculate to the high school and do the performing arts endorsement that they have there.
Awesome. And these programs work in affecting the district's growth as well. So answer a little bit about how our growth and academics have changed in the last 3 years.
When I first came on the scene, this is my 8th year in DeSoto ISD, enrollment was down. Interest level engagement was an issue when it came to our students. And Dr. Harris came in and with the board saw a vision to incorporate things that would help to keep our students that we have, retain them, and to also attract students that we lost and students that went to private schools or charter schools to come into our district. And so when I first came, our numbers were somewhere in the high 8,000s, low 9,000s, and now, I mean, we have pumped it up to about 9,800 students that we have now here in our district, and we're just expecting more to come.
All right. Well, we learned a lot about our programs of choice. We have a lot of opportunities for our families and our communities now to stay right here in DeSoto and get the opportunities that are across even the Metroplex. Are we bringing any more programs of choice on board?
I'm not going to say that we're bringing in more programs of choice. We do have one elementary school that we've been discussing about having as a digital, learning school, technology school, but that is not definite yet. What we hear from our parents on a regular basis is that they are so thankful that the students have plenty of options. Our main focus at this time is to make sure that each of our programs actually operate at a very high level and so forth. So I'm not going to sit here today and say to the public or anyone that DeSoto ISD is not adding, because who knows? We are definitely in tune with whatever it is our students would like to have available to them. So 2 months from now, if there was a huge push from students wanting or needing something, I am certain that we will be headed down that highway to satisfy their interests. But what I will say is that you cannot find more options than you can find right here in DeSoto ISD, and I will be able to say as well that you can't find a more quality program than you can find right here with us.
Exactly.
I know some parents have asked us a little bit about how do these new programs of choice, all of these options, fit with the new House Bill 5?
They fit perfectly. Actually, we started some of our programs before the state actually released HB5, but HB5 has 5 endorsements. Performing arts, let's use that one as an example, where students in the high school level can get an endorsement in performing arts. Well, you just heard us say that we have our Fine Arts Magna Academy at Woodridge Elementary on to the middle school for McCowan and the high school. So you can see that that's a perfect alignment. We already had STEM classes before we received our STEAM, our tSTEAM designation. We started iSTEAM 3D at the middle school level, and now we have a STEM endorsement. We think that's perfect. So we have STEM, like we said, pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. Again, aligns perfectly with the STEM endorsement.
Well, fantastic. I want to thank each of you for joining us today for this big overview. It's a lot of opportunities for our parents, our students, our community, and this is a great opportunity for us to tell them a little bit more about it. We also want to remind our audience that we have a couple of things that you can learn a little bit more about. We do have a program coming up. You want to tell them the details?
We'd love to share with you a huge event where we advertise and showcase our magnet programs. At that particular event, we have everyone to come out. You can ask all the questions that you like. You can get to hear about the various experiences that students get to have when they are part of the program, as well as the application process, the criteria, what you need to do to be prepared once you are accepted, and so on and so forth. And again, it is on January the 30th. I believe it's from 9 to 2. That's correct, she said, good. I think it's from 9 to 2, and we will want to encourage everyone to come out.
Absolutely, absolutely. It sounds like a big event at DeSoto High School on January the 30th. We'll be showcasing all of these innovative programs, and parents can have an opportunity to speak one-on-one with folks and
Yes.
talk a little bit about what that program looks like for their student. Give them a little bit of hands-on experience too. I think there's some hands-on activities for them that day. We also want to remind our audience that we have a pre-K roundup coming up on January the 4th on Monday right after break. That'll be at Amber Terrace Elementary, another one of our programs that we modified in elementary school for just a pre-K early childhood center. So your child is right there the whole time. And all those details, of course, are online all the time. And we encourage all of our parents, students in the community, follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we're on YouTube. Our webpage provides a lot of opportunity about these programs and much more going on in the district. And as always, we encourage you to volunteer and engage in your neighborhood schools. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.